as you kind of get down the stretch here, senior day, stuff like that, how much are you keeping an eye on just retention and thinking about next year and conversations with guys who maybe have a decision or just maybe don't have a decision, but there's portal and all this stuff?
Yeah.
How's that going?
Yeah, I mean, that's really, to me, that never stops. That's always just a part of what we do in college football. That's spring, that's summer, that's fall camp, that's in season. It's not just like, okay, this is the week we sit down. I mean, that's always just a part of just what you do. But you'll have deeper conversations with guys. I mean, you're getting NFL grades back. So that's all things that you sit down. Guys have to make a decision. Some guys will have to make a decision on, do they want to go pro? Do they want to stay? And then, the portal has been. It's been moved. I'm glad it's not in 2 weeks or whatever. I still don't like where it is, but at least it's just one, and it's better where it is than where we had it. So in December, you'll have time in December to really process all that type of stuff and go from there.
Even with the time, will you expect that like teams will have a lot of players say, "Hey, I'm going to enter the portal in January right after the season ends"?
For sure, yeah, for sure, that'll happen. I love the fact that the high school recruiting is not getting disrupted because it was all right there together. So you can really focus on your high school recruits, and then you can focus on what you got to do in the portal. I mean, because like I said, if you can't fill your need, like for us, if we don't get what we need out of the high school pool, or we have a guy that's committed that all of a sudden decommits late, and we've had that happen, and now all of a sudden you got a gap, but now you've got more time to fill that gap, as opposed to the way it was. It was all just kind of right there together. So, but yeah, you'll have, as seasons end and things like that, I'm sure kids will make it known, hey, I'm going to be entering the portal, but you still can't talk to them. But there's still a lot of tampering going on. That's just a way of the world. I mean, it's out there, and we've had people reach out to us, and say, hey, I'm such and such and whoever, and this guy's going to enter the portal, and I know that people are having those conversations and even cutting deals, but not us. We ain't doing that. When a guy enters the portal, then we'll have those conversations. But so we're gonna do it right. We're gonna do it right. So, but yeah, that'll be, and same thing for us. Like when we know what our needs are, I don't have to. It's not like it's some big secret. Like I'll let everybody know. I'll let y'all advertise that for me. Like, hey man, I need a safety. I need a whatever, I'll make sure y'all can put that out there so people will know. So I don't, we don't have to, like I said, we're going to know what we need because, again, we know what we're feeling high school wise, and then who's leaving on your roster or whatever your retention situation there is, who goes pro, all that. So then now in January, like, okay, well, this is our gap, and again, the portal, nothing has changed for us as far as what our approach is. What puts us in the portal is not getting the best high school kid that we want, or a kid decommits late and you can't replace it, like happened last year. So we went and got Will Help, because we had a gap. Or you have a freshman kid that you have to overpay, because I'm not going to overpay for a freshman. I'd rather go get a guy that, I'll pay more for a guy that I know what we got, as opposed to a freshman that we're going to pay these guys well, but there's a threshold that, you put yourself in trouble, because they're still freshmen, and they still have never had a peer, and they've never lived away from home, and they've never had money. So I think there's still a level there you got to be smart with freshmen. That puts you in the portal. Or you have guys leave on your roster that you didn't want to leave. That puts you in the portal. You have to fill the gap. Or you maybe signed a guy that hadn't panned out like you want, or he got hurt or whatever. had the medical, or, those are the scenarios. Those scenarios haven't changed, so that's all the same, but the timing is different, which is, again, I don't think ideal, but it's better. It's much better than where it was.